Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. It's Monday 20th of August. Thanks again for watching. Weatherweb.net is kept free of charge by you coming back and visiting the site regularly, telling your friends about it and using all the charts and viewing the videos and items on the site. It's that keeps it free of charge because it means we can put more adverts in front of you, and it's the adverts that generates revenue. And when you click on adverts, that generates more revenue, and that's how we keep things free of charge. So thank you for doing that. Those of you on Twitter who follow me at Weather School will know that I tweeted earlier on about some work I'd been doing on the long range for September, just looking at the analogues and taking a look at previous years that were similar to this year and trying to get a feel for how September may shape up from them. Firstly though, this is the temperature forecast for London from the Canadian model, and it's surface temperature with the temperature up the left hand side here and the dates here going along the bottom right hand corner. You can get this by just clicking on city temps here under Canadian GEM. GEM, by the way, is the name of the model, and you can see how these temperatures look slip day on day as we go through the course of this week. So from coming off from midday temperatures of sort of 21s over the next couple of days, we're back down to kind of 16 degrees Celsius by the end of the week. So you can see there how things are turning cooler. Now, I mentioned that I've been taking a look at some correlations, some analogues of previous years to see how similar conditions shaped up. Now, what I've done is I took the 11-day analogue, so that's from today plus 11 days. So it was the chart for the 31st of August. And then I looked at 5 similar years and then ran those charts forward in two-week steps. So to take us from the 1st of September to the 14th, and then from the 15th of September to the 28th, to give us an idea as to how things were looking. Now, we also get some useful information as to how such a forecast has been performing in the past few days, because we get an anomaly correlation. Now, bear with me on this because I'm not the best at statistics in the world, but it does kind of explain a little bit how confident we can be in the forecast. And what we're looking at here is the blue line. The solid blue line going through the middle here, okay, is the average correlation between analog and the day 11 predictions. Close to this line means the better the predictions are, and you can see how over the kind of last few days they've been relatively close to the blue line. So it's this blue line going up and down here that we're watching against the straight blue line here. You can see how they were pretty close, but over the last day or so they did slip, but starting to show more of an upward trend now. So we can have a reasonable level of confidence that the analogues are following quite closely to the anomalies. What did I find out? Well, I found out, and this has been conveyed to private clients in more detail, but I found out that for the first 2 weeks, every one of those weeks was colder than normal, and every one of those weeks had normal rainfall. For the second 2 weeks, there was no real correlation between temperatures, but each one of them had normal rainfall levels. Now, it seemed that in the first 2 weeks, there were normal to above average rainfall. Second 2 weeks was nearer the normal average rainfall. So from that, I'm afraid it looks like the unsettled weather continues through September. Now, that's only one technique. That's only the analogy technique. So there are others out there, and of course we do view those from time to time. But the analogies are saying it's going to be staying unsettled, not desperately wet, but near normal conditions, which means, I suppose we can infer from that, no prolonged spell of dry weather through September. I'll be doing more work on this, but that's my starting premise at the moment. That's not to say there won't be decent days. There will be decent days, but it looks like we're not going to get sort of a 2 or 3 week period of fine weather. But of course I'll keep you updated on that as time progresses, and I'll be doing some more work along those lines. So what about for the coming hours? Well, this is how we shape up this morning. Low pressure out to the west of Scotland, ridge of high pressure through the British Isles, and just these showers which have been steadily moving inland during the course of this morning. Now through this afternoon I think we'll find a mixture of sunny spells and just some scattered showers affecting more northern and eastern areas. Heavier showers or rain across northern Scotland, but for most it looks as if it should be a dry and fine end to the day. Overnight tonight we've got some clear skies around and it should be dry as well. Just 1 or 2 showers affecting western coasts, I think, by the morning. And then through the course of Tuesday we'll find some cloud and some showers drifting onto the western coast of Scotland, western coast of Wales, perhaps merging into longer spells of rain at times, but they'll always tend to be showery in nature, so some bright spells too. Heaviest of the showers through Tuesday afternoon, focusing on Scotland, possibly northwest England as well. Could just be an odd one across northeastern England. But for most of England and Wales, it's dry with sunny spells and just 1 or 2 showers on western coasts. The breeze picking up southwesterlies around about a force 4 to a force 5, so not great spraying conditions in the east. Could be a 6 through the Irish Sea, just taking it beyond the limits of the smallest craft. Overnight into Wednesday, still low pressure is dragging into the northwest of Scotland, and I think through Wednesday what that means is that we are going to be seeing a mixture of sunny spells and showers again. Most of the showers affecting these western coasts of the country. Breezy again, westerlies around a force 5, but 6s on these western coasts, lighter through the channel at 3s and 4s. I think many eastern parts of the country should be staying largely dry into the afternoon. You can see here the focus of the heavy showers across Scotland, across northwest England, 1 or 2 for western Wales. But for many it's dry with some good sunny spells, particularly central and eastern parts of England. Cooler temperatures than recently as well, of course we saw that at the beginning. Westerlies probably coming in at around a force 4 to a force 5. Again, 5s down these western coasts, nearer a 4, perhaps the low end of a 5 in the western channel. And then heading on in towards Thursday, well, we find low pressure again is north of Scotland, bringing some showers up here, but to the south this ridge of high pressure is going to be building in. That sets us up for quite a nice day on Thursday, some good spells of sunshine. Yes, 1 or 2 showers over the high ground of Scotland once again, but we've got rain moving into Ireland late on in the day on Thursday and overnight in towards Friday. I think for all Friday it should be quite a bright start for many of us. Cloud is going to tend to increase, 1 or 2 scattered showers around, but for many central and eastern areas it's dry again. But here comes the cloud, wind and rain across Ireland, western Scotland during the course of the afternoon. I think that reaching western Wales and southwest England later, and the winds picking up in the west too. Southerlies force 6, becoming gale force 8 across southern Ireland, but much lighter down these eastern coasts and through the channel, only at around force 2 or force 3. I think for eastern and southern areas as well we should find the winds generally quite light, so pretty good conditions there. And then heading into the weekend, well, this is the position overnight into Saturday, and this is Saturday itself. A deep area of low pressure moving into Ireland. Gales affecting western parts of the country during the day on Saturday with some heavy and blustery showers here. I think less frequent showers for eastern and southern parts of Scotland, eastern and southern England, as well as central parts of England. It really is West Wales, southwest England, northern parts of Ireland that see the most persistent of the showers, those merge into longer spells of rain at times. And then into Sunday, bank holiday Sunday, of course, for many, low pressure centred across Ireland. I think some heavy spells of rain for northern Scotland and western Ireland. Heavy showers moving into northwestern parts of England, western Wales and southwest England. Though for many central and eastern areas the day starts dry. Some of these showers though will be spreading eastwards, so I think we will find some showers during the day across eastern and southern England on Sunday. But western areas I think just staying under the influence of those showers. And gales again just drifting their way through Wales and southwest England for a time as we get in towards Monday. And I think for Monday we'll find low pressure again trying to get into the west of Ireland. However, for many of us I think Monday is a better day. So Monday the 27th brings a mix of sunshine and showers, although rain and stronger winds arriving in Ireland and southwest England later on in the day. And this low probably taking a similar track heading into Scotland, so bringing more showery conditions to everyone by the end of the month. And if we pick up on the ensemble, this is the 28th, so this is taking us into the Tuesday, and watch that area of low pressure as it slips its way eastwards across the country, taking unsettled conditions into the week after next. So there's the position at midday on Wednesday with the low pressure clearing east. It'll take cloud, rain and showers eastwards with it, and strong winds to the south. You see the jet stream now blowing across southern parts of the country, hence the reason for this mobile and more mixed conditions. And then in towards Thursday, so we find still westerly flow, so some showers again. But I am hopeful that by the end of the week, a weak ridge of high pressure may well be building in. You can see here this weak ridge in the upper flow and in the surface flow too. So I think by the end of the week and into the weekend, we should find pressure building for a day or two, bringing some brighter, dry conditions. Looks like that not lasting though, particularly because it looks like more rain comes into Scotland, Northern England, Northern Ireland as the jet stream re-establishes there into early September. But I think for these southern counties of England and Wales, we should find largely dry conditions during that early part of September as the ridge of high pressure continues to build in. However, the flow remains mainly coming in from the west, so I think we do have to have the focus on rainfall, particularly across the northern half of the country. But to the south, I think we could get away with some dry days. So you see, at the beginning I was telling you, although it looked as if it was going to be normal rainfall, that doesn't necessarily mean wet. We're probably going to find that southern parts of the country do stay dry, with the north getting most of any rainfall. And there will still be some fine days from time to time, but with a westerly wind, temperatures staying around normal for the time of year. So lots of information there once again. Hope that's been useful for you. As I said at the beginning, the sites get free of charge by you coming back regularly, viewing the videos, and also telling your friends about it. So thanks again for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.